estimate how unappreciated a lot of men feel in their relationships, in their dating process, in the efforts that they're trying to make. And I think part of that lack of appreciation happen a lot more than a woman may realize, even for herself, is because showing appreciation requires vulnerability.
Is there anything I could have done to save our relationship?
Keisha, I think you're a great person. I think you're a good person. And I appreciate the fact that you realized how closed off you were, but to answer your question, I think you could have saved the relationship by being more appreciative. And marriage was out the question because don't nobody want to marry anyone who not showing the same appreciation as them. That just pushed me back, and as far as right now, I have a girlfriend, and I love her to death. And that's what I want to get you to see, that you got to appreciate the people that's in your life. The people that come in your life, you don't know how long they're going to be there. You got to appreciate them while they're there, because when they're gone and you don't appreciate them, they got every right to walk away from you. And that's what I wanted to get you to see. So I'm sorry if it hurt. I'm sorry if it hurt you, but I just hope you got the closure you was looking for.
Thank you.
There are way too many women out here that do not appreciate their man until he's gone. And I'm not just talking about the big stuff, but the everyday effort that they put in. It gets unnoticed, brushed off, taken for granted, or overlooked. And I want you to hear me out on this. If you keep acting like what he's doing is no big deal, some other woman will see something that you don't and treat him like the king that you forgot that he was. In that last video, he just left his woman for this exact same reason. She didn't appreciate him. And now he's with somebody who does. Do not let that be your story. Today, I want to talk about 4 reasons why women do not appreciate their men. 1, you've gotten used to his efforts. He takes out the trash, pays the bills, picks the kids up, and fixes everything around the house. And you've gotten so used to it that it actually feels normal for you. He doesn't have to. He chooses to. When effort goes unrecognized, it eventually stops because nobody likes to feel taken for granted. He works all day and still comes home to help, and you barely acknowledge it. Don't wait until he stops doing those things to finally notice, girl. 2, you're focused on what he's not doing. You are so quick to point out what he forgot, messed up, or could have done better. But how often do you thank him for what he did do? Always pointing out the negatives will make him feel like nothing is ever enough. Criticism without appreciation feels like rejection. And he'll stop trying just like anybody else would if he feels like he can't win with you. He fills up your gas tank, and instead of saying thank you, you complain about how long it took. 3, you assume that he knows how you feel. You think, well, he knows I appreciate him. But does he? When was the last time that you said it? Men need verbal affirmations too. He's not a mind reader. Assuming that he knows is just crazy, and it's honestly lazy love. Don't let pride, ego, or even fear of being vulnerable keep you silent. A simple "I appreciate you" can go a really long way. 4, you let comfort replace gratitude. When you first got with him, you noticed every little thing that he did. But now, you expect it. You've become too comfortable. Now, comfort is fine, but entitlement is not. Just being real with you, where you don't appreciate, somebody else will. And if another woman makes him feel valued while you make him feel invisible, that's a dangerous game to play. There is a reason why some men leave women they've been with for years for someone new. And it ain't always about looks. Sometimes it's about who makes them feel appreciated. And you can do whatever you want to do. But if you keep taking him for granted, he will stop trying, stop sharing, and he's going to pull away. Emotionally first, and maybe even physically. And if another woman comes along that makes him feel valued, seen, and heard, well, you just open the door for somebody else to appreciate what you didn't. Now, you might think, well, he should be doing those things anyway. Maybe. But ask yourself this: do you like being taken for granted? No. Well, neither does he. When was the last time that you looked your man in his eyes and you said, "I appreciate you"? If you can't remember, that is your sign that you need to go ahead and do that right now. Drop in the comments what's one thing that you appreciate about your man. Start giving your man the acknowledgement that he deserves. Okay, love you, bye.
I did everything for this person, or I tried to. It's almost like everything that I did, it was almost like it was never good enough. You know, I never felt good enough. Wow. And I remember asking this person, hey, you know, did you ever really truly appreciate anything that I did for you, or did you appreciate me as your partner, as your person? And they told me the truth. They said no. And man, I'm not gonna lie, it did bother me a lot. So if you find yourself in that type of situation, or if you're in that type of relationship, you may want to reconsider, honestly.
If people cannot appreciate your presence, they deserve your absence.